Top 10 Things to Do in Seattle. Set in one of the most scenic spots of any city in the States, Seattle is located on a narrow isthmus in between the shimmering waters of Puget Sound and Lake Washington. Surrounded by vast forests and snow-capped mountains, it is fittingly nicknamed the Emerald City. It has a plethora of parks also to be found peppering its skyscraper-studded center and multitude of diverse neighborhoods. 10. Woodland Park Zoo. When in town, a very popular place to visit is the award-winning Woodland Park Zoo, which is home to an astounding array of animals from all around the world. Located right next to Green Lake Park in north-central Seattle, its sprawling site has countless naturalistic exhibits for you to explore. 9. Kerry Park. Despite its tiny size, Kerry Park boasts the most iconic view of the city from its setting on the south slope of Queen Anne Hill. From its prominent hillside, visitors can gaze out over downtown Seattle, the Space Needle, and Elliott Bay, with the mighty Mount Rainier to be spied rising up dramatically in the background on clear days. 8. Chihuly Garden and Glass. Lying almost at the foot of the Space Needle is another of the city's major attractions, the Chihuly Garden and Glass. Offering up a fascinating insight into the life and work of Dale Chihuly, a local sculptor, its galleries are full of the world-renowned artist's colorful and creative glass sculptures. 7. Museum of Pop Culture. Contemporary pop culture stars at the Mopop Museum, which combines music and sci-fi into a most unique experience. Founded in 2000 by Paul Allen, Microsoft's co-founder, the museum offers Battle of the Band competitions, film festivals and changing exhibits that frequently go on the road, around the United States and around the world. 6. Washington State Ferries. If you're after a quintessential Seattle experience, then you can't beat crossing the Puget Sound on one of the Washington State ferries. While the big boats connect residents and commuters alike to the countless communities and islands that lie nearby, tourists too will enjoy the scenic ride due to the phenomenal views on offer. 5. Ballard Locks. The Hiram M. Chittenden Locks are a beehive of activity on hot days as boats of all types transfer from the salty Puget Sound to the freshwater lakes of Washington and Union. Known locally as the Ballard Locks for the Seattle neighborhood they're found in, the locks were named after Hiram Chittenden, a major with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in the early 1900s. The locks opened in 1917. 4. Museum of Flight. The Museum of Flight is the largest private air and space museum in the world. The museum is home to vintage planes, planes that have flown in wars, a retired Air Force One jet, and a space shuttle exhibit. Located at King County International Airport, known locally as Boeing Field, the museum features an interactive air traffic control tower exhibit. 3. Boeing Factory. Travelers who aspire to build their own airplanes or who just want to learn more about how planes are manufactured definitely will want to tour the Boeing factory, where 747s, 777s and the 787s, Dreamliner, are made. 2. Pike Place Market. Today, it's one of the biggest tourist draws not only in Seattle, but also Washington State. Gorgeous fresh produce looks like it might have been arranged by an artist. Fish fly through the air as fishmongers toss it from icy trays to the wrapping stand. 1. Space Needle. Built for the 1962 Seattle World's Fair, the Space Needle has come to symbolize the Emerald City more than anything else. At 605 feet, 184 meters tall, it dominates Seattle's skyline. A revolving observation tower sits at 520 feet above the ground, offering ever-changing views of Seattle for miles around, including Puget Sound and the far-off Olympic Mountains.